Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and honors and salutations to all you Akim out there that's laboring in the truth and sincerity without wavering. And this is gonna be another GMS en route, and pretty much we just call it possible canceling of the election or some to that effect. And pretty much because you see everything that's happening, let you know that, man, it's gonna be one hell of an election, if not anything, which is all bullshit, right? We know that it's all controlled and orchestrated, but don't be surprised if the election does get canceled, because it really is a joke, and they're struggling to try to really get people to get into, involved with it or pay attention to it. Nobody's really paying attention to the so-called election right now. You know what I mean? And Trump already said it. He joked around, but hey, one thing about Trump, man, he talk that shit, but he be backing it up. You know what I'm saying? He be backing up a lot of things that he say, which because he's an insider and he's a puppet. They pull his strings. So, I don't see Biden as being the next president. I don't think Biden sees himself as being the next president. It's just they gotta keep going with the the lie, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So, don't be surprised, because the scriptures tell you about Revelations 12:12. The devils come down with great wrath, because if he have but a short time. And then it tells you that she went to make war with the saints. All right, so Esau is pulling out all the stops right now, which really is the Most High. It's the Most High, because the Lord said in Job, the 12th chapter, that the deceived and the deceiver are his. So really, the Most High set this devil up. And even like in Romans, the 9th chapter, the scripture tell you, like, even as the Most High hardened Pharaoh's heart. The reason why Pharaoh, going back during the time of Egypt, was so rebellious, because it tell you in Proverbs as well that the heart of the king is in the hand of the Lord, and he turneth it whithersoever he will. So the Most High is in control at the end of the day. He's controlling the puppet masters, all right? The puppet masters are puppets, They're just higher level puppets on the left-hand side. So, the things that they're doing in the scripture, 2 Corinthians 2:11 said, for we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, lest he should get an advantage over us. And you see everything that they're doing right now. Trump, he got the article. Matter of fact, let's see, I'm gonna read a little piece of it. But and a lot of times people, everybody knows when it's election time, you have the politicians, they create certain skirmishes, wars, riots, and so that way the president that's in there, that could be his defining moment, which so-called quote unquote saves his presidency, which is bullshit, because they're all elected to be there. They're not, the voting thing doesn't really mean nothing. You understand? But anyway, this is an article. It says Trump warns Iran of counterattack after reports of a plot against the U.S. ambassador. It says Trump on Monday night warned Iran of a counterattack 1,000 times greater in magnitude. So this was Trump. Trump basically being a bully, and he's trying to start things up, right? Because that's the spirit that's on these devils, man. That proud spirit. And it is going to be a World War III. The scriptures say the mighty men of Babylon have been forborn to fight. And Jeremiah tells you that. The reason why the Lord allowed America to be built up and amass such a large army, in Air Force, Navy, is what? For World War III. World War III is the end of all wars, man. Because why? World War III, the Lord himself is going to get involved, man. That's why you got all the chariot sightings that keep constantly going on. Keep seeing chariots all over the place. And that's the Lord, man. That's the angels, man. They're getting ready to come. They tell you that in Isaiah the 13th chapter. Matter of fact, I'll go there real quick, and I'll come back to that article. But basically, what Trump is saying is that they they got information that they're gonna assassinate somebody from one of the U.S. embassy. So now Trump is putting out the threats of, if you do that, then we're gonna strike back 1,000 times worse. Well, shit, what's that meaning? It's talking about you're gonna destroy, like you always do, the innocent people. You see, a lot of people are gonna die. But that's Trump putting out the threats. You see, but we are in a time of war. Like it says in Joel, we are in a time of war. So, things are never gonna go back to peace, good times. We're gonna be living. It's gonna be living on the edge from here on out, man. From here on out, because why? The contractions are closer and closer, man. It's not like this devil. Because the Lord said He appointed Esau a bound that he cannot pass. So we at the end of his rope. It's not like he could keep going and going and going as long as he liked. This is Isaiah 13, and I started one, the burden of Babylon. All right. So the burden of Babylon, which America's modern day Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, and exalt the voice unto them, and shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. And that's what the prophets are doing. Spirit. That's why we're supposed to. The high mountain represents America. Mountain means government, and the banner, or the standard that we're standing on, is what? The Bible, the word of the Most High. Everything we're saying is coming from out of the Bible. When we speak about the destruction of America, when we speak about the corruption overflowing and everything, and Esau being revealed, that's all out of the Bible. We speak about Trump. You got Oliver Stone, right, which is an Edomite, calling Trump a devil. Matthew the 12th chapter, the Lord said, if Satan be divided against Satan, how can his kingdom stand? You see? So you got Esau divided against each other. So, man, listen, man, Esau is through, man. There's no way he's going to survive what's coming. All right? But now, it said that they may go into the gates of the nobles, which they did. They went to their senators, politicians. All right? Look, those Israelites, we got to get them off the corner. We got to get them out of the internet, off the YouTube. We got to create new laws, stop them from teaching. Right? Verse 3. I have commanded my sanctified ones. Sanctified meaning to make holy, all right, to make clean through this word. And that's speaking about the elect, the prophets. I've also called my mighty ones, which is the holy angels. He said, I also called my mighty ones for my anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. It's speaking about the angels, man. It said the noise of a multitude is in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the hosts of the battle. So there it is. You're going to have the Lord putting the spirit on these other nations to where they're going to start actually getting ready to attack America. Everybody's on alert. When that article, they said they got intelligence of Iran, because they ain't forgot, and a lot of these other nations haven't forgot the crimes and the wickedness that America's done to their countries. So that's why it's prophesied as well that they shall hate the whore. Meaning all the allies, the people that, America might have supported or set up or whatever, they're going to turn on America, man. The scriptures tell you, the Lord said burn her walls or villages, meaning through those missiles, because the Lord is going to cause those missiles to actually be shot off. So they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord in the weapons of his indignation. See? Those nuclear missiles, the weapons of his indignation, of his anger, man, his righteous, perpetual anger, man. You think the Lord's going to keep allowing America to continue with this damn nonsense, man? All you got is a bunch of goddamn nonsense going on, man. With all this homosexual, the nasty stuff done gone way too far, man. Way too far. On the commercials, they got little kids, you know, being adopted, growing up like that with two men as a mother and a father, two women as a mother. It's just backwards, it's wickedness, and it's corruption, and the Most High is about to put it to an end. It says, with his weapons of his indignation, and that's going to be end game when those missiles are shot, and that's why really the elites don't really want them to be shot, but the Most High is going to cause them to go off. But prior to that, yeah, it is going to be bloodshed. It's going to be World War III popping off, man. And eventually, yeah, Iran and United States, they are going to get it on, as well as with Russia. You understand? That, you know, all the scriptures tell you that all these other nations are going to come against America, man. It says, to destroy the whole land. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. All right, and then Yahweh Shai, the Lord himself, is coming back. He going to finish it off, man. He going to close out the party, man. It says, therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. And especially when they see the chariots of the Lord. They tell you in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, that they're going to be terrified, but durst fight. It said, and they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. And when they see, and boy, when they see the chariots, the so-called UFOs, which are the chariots of the Lord with the holy angels, they're gonna know that they through. They're gonna know that they're gonna see the magnitude of these chariots, right? And they already know they exist. The Air Force know, the Navy know. They got tons of footage on it. Every time they see the chariots, it blows their mind, and they be scared when you hear them speaking about it, because basically they tried to shoot weapons and missiles and lasers out of them, and they don't even come nowhere near close to hitting those targets. They know that these are targets that they can't touch, but that could touch them anytime, any moment that they want. All right, and that time is coming up where they are going to touch these armies, man. It says, behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel. See, here it is. You got this devil doing all this cruel shit with his, you know, poisoning, especially Jake, poisoning people through the vaccines, through philosophy, right? And poison the mind of Israel, and broke Israel down, and took the name of the Lord from them, set up niggas to continue to take the name of the Lord from them, you know, to keep leading Jake from their true heritage. You see? That's what's been going on. It says, behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. Speaking about what land? This land over here in America, as well as other parts in the world, is going to get touched. But mainly America, which is Babylon the Great, is going to be the main land that's going to be leveled, man. And scriptures tell you it's going to be left as a desert. It says, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it, which links with what? Amos the 9th chapter. All right? It said, verse 10, for the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light, from the nuclear missiles, shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in its going forth, and the moon should not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil. You see? And the wicked, which is these so-called white people, the Lord said he's gonna punish them. He said, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud, which, come on, you know what that is, the arrogancy of the proud, to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Okay? And you know who the terrible devil is. You know who that is. You see? But anyway, I'm gonna end it right there. I just want to speak on, you know, because Trump's, now he's back to threatening, talking about it's going to be 1,000 times worse what he's getting ready to do. And this, you know, in the midst of everything else that's going on, basically it's just going to be fireworks. It's going to be fireworks after fireworks, man. More and more problems and issues going down. So with that, hopefully you're edified. As always, I give all glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And I said shalom to the sincere Akim. Shalom.